Yeah, so my name is Don. We created Beam. We launched it on Kickstarter a few months back, and we raised $760,000. And yes, well, we were quite successful. So 200,000. Yeah.
To do what with the money?
To create Beam, the product itself, and the product it's a smart projector with a light bulb thread, so you can screw it into any light socket, and it has a computer inside of it, which allows it to. You can use it as an airplane destination, or you can use to share pictures, and even put it away in your living room someplace. And it has if this then that rule. So, for example, if you come home, then it will automatically start playing a YouTube video or something like that. So you can do whatever you want with it, basically.
I think I'd like to hear some more explanation about the product. I understand what a cloud is. A cloud is.
All right. Okay.
We actually.
Well, we're not the same company. We have. Yeah, we have two masters here, so you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then, totally mixed up right now.
Yeah, all right. So two companies, and yeah, we created a smart projector.
Okay.
And yeah.
When did you decide to go for crowdfunding? Because you didn't have anything.
No.
Went for $200,000.
Correct.
Why crowdfunding?
Because why crowdfunding? It's because we as a team, we have 5 founders, diverse backgrounds from technology to engineers, designers, and the business. So we could create it ourselves, the prototype. We didn't need to hire someone externally to create it. So for us, it was the perfect way to find out if there was a market for the product, an interest, and if we should push forward with it. And also, of course, if we were successful, we would kickstart a company. So that's why we chose for Kickstarter. Okay. Let's go.
Step by step. Yeah, actually, I can say we our crowdfunding campaign was last year. It was via the crowdfunding platform SeedMatch. It's a German platform, pretty big in Germany, but Kickstarter is, I think, joining in. And we raised 3 million euros in 100 hours, I think. Yeah, was kind of a world record. So that's why I was invited here. But it was very surprisingly, we didn't expected it. So yeah.
What do you give as a reward? What did you offer the investors?
The investors, it's like no, it was actually it was equity, and the backers who invested more or 2,000 or more euros actually got a free product, which is.
Your product is a combination of all kind of cloud services, but it's a business to consumer market.
It's B2B market. It's a B2B product. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's true. It was like the success was we actually we had 3 phases in our campaign. There was first that we kind of announced the unknown, so we actually built up a whole suspicious word. We said, okay, you have the choice, and on the 4th of July something big will happen. And then in the second phase, so we pumped it up and like talked to hundreds of people and said like, yeah, look up, register, and just see what's going to happen. And then there was the second phase where we actually announced that we will launch a new product and that we will do it with a crowdfunding campaign to actually pay the production cost. And we said we want to collect or raise 1.5 million. And then in the third phase. Yeah, and the third phase, there was like, we showed a very emotional video, which went kind of viral because it had a lot to do with the NSA scandal. And at that time, we were kind of on the wave, which was pretty lucky. I think that's why I said it was totally unexpected that it was so out of control. It was a very good time. Yeah, it was a very good time. And
your project, and then suddenly some project which are popular get into the news in other ways, like on Protonet or other ways. Did you do that yourself, or did it come to you?
Well, we did a lot of we did a lot of time preparing for the campaign. We almost spent a year in preparing, finding out the right media, and for us we decided we want to be on the tech blogs, the design blogs, and the lifestyle blogs. So we did a lot of research finding the right people, and also tried to make a connection with them. And basically, before we went live, 7 days in advance, we had a connection with the reporters. We sent our project page to them, with of course the kind question "do not share" before, because we were going to live on that day. And yeah, that worked. And of course, I think it did help that we had a very creative product that was newsworthy by its own. But we initiated it ourselves.
Did you have someone in your team already when you started? Because it's something else than inventing a product like this.
Well, we came together to do something like this. So we have a crew, like 5 founders, like I said, diverse. And yeah, we want to create something that we all liked and thought was cool. So that's why we invented this.
How did you motivate the media to write about you?
Well, yeah. Oh, sorry. He said, how did we motivate the media to write about us? Like I said, we really tried to make a connection with the journalist. And then when we had a communication line, we started sharing some things that we're working on and what they thought about it. And
How do you make a connection?
how do you make connection? That's not easy. It's very difficult. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of research. You have to find.
No, I was wondering if you offered something as a reward to them. Because
No, we haven't. No, we didn't. No, that. Well, it might, but we did not do it. We just reached out to them and tried to make a connection, and then shared what we're doing, and they liked it. Both. So we did through email, LinkedIn, and we started sharing some, kind of exposing tweets, just getting their intention, and it helped. Yeah.
how much were you able to upgrade the project because of the higher score you got?
So how much we're able to upgrade it? Well, yeah, because we spent a lot of time with the phase before we went on Kickstarter, we already had the project scope clear. So we decided not to upgrade it. We had a few upgrades if we hit a $2 million mark, that we integrate a color LED light. But besides that, we did not upgrade anything else. So it's, we had the scope set in stone, to be honest. Exactly, yeah.
Do you already see some copycats trying to...
Not yet, but there might pop a few might pop up, but we're not scared. Yeah.
You get even better with
Yeah, exactly.
competitors.
You of course have a physical product, and of course a lot of reward is after you see physical product. You were more at the software.
We have also a physical product. Yeah, it's sad that I didn't bring any dummy. It's every. No, it's the server actually. I can show you some pictures. It's an orange. It's an orange. It's a cube. It's an orange cube. Yeah. Exactly, but this is kind of our problem now at the moment, because a lot of people think that we are a hardware company, but actually we sell software. But that's why we are kind of now in a new positioning and put our product more in the solution, in a solution place, and say that we are offering a solution at the moment. But actually, I wanted to.
You were looking for crowdfunding. Did you already have a finished prototype?
Yes, we're already at the market with a bigger server, with a bigger server. So we already had some a network and customers.
You had some launching customers as well.
Yeah. But like for us, which worked also pretty well, was that we organized community events where we also invited journalists, and we went through all major or biggest cities in Germany and actually invited everybody to these events and showed our faces and showed our product, our campaign, and actually promoted it. And then people were able to ask any questions they wanted. And you can build up trust, and trust is actually the thing which makes people give you money. So this is actually one method which worked for us pretty well. Was during the campaign, but before the crowdfunding. So for us, actually, the campaign started way before the day, because on the day it was already over. So we didn't have this after. For us it was half a year, and yeah.
What was the most ridiculous?
It's hard work. But the thing is, I think crowdfunding is the one thing, but like later on, it comes to community management. So you have, before probably you will realize as well, in the beginning there's the crowdfunding, but then it becomes your community, your heritage, your family, and you really have to think about managing this community. Also, already in front or before you start the crowdfunding campaign, you have to have like, you have to think about like how you want to be connected to them. I know Kickstarter has a very good platform for the investor relationship. Seedmatch doesn't have such a nice platform, so we had to do it by ourselves, and that was kind of really complicated. But still, it's really important that you manage the community afterwards.
You clearly both had very successful campaigns. If you look back, what would be the one thing that you would do differently or better? What advice can you give?
Well, for us, we spend a lot of time preparing everything, even content. But in the end, we didn't prepare enough. So you have at the start, you skyrocket, and then you have the middle part. That's really difficult. But then at that moment, you're busy doing 1,000 things at the same time, and you don't want to start creating content at the minute. So let's create something now, takes pictures or everything. You don't have the time.
This is in the middle of your crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the middle of the campaign. You're busy replying, setting up meetings, doing everything. And then you don't have the time to create content, so you want to make sure that you have that prepared in advance. Yeah.
Any learning that you have?
Involvement of the media quite early in the quite early stage, and like giving him, the journalist, the opportunity to actually be part of the campaign, also that he can decide at some points where the campaign is going to. But it's seriously really difficult to do that because, yeah.
Because most of the time here in Holland, I get a reply, we want you in our show after you're successful with your crowdfunding campaign, but I need them now.
No.
because I'm crowdfunding. So did you experience that as well, that they only wanted you if you're successful, and how did you overcome such a thing? How do you make sure that they understand that you need it now?
Yeah, that's difficult. Like, I actually don't have any answer for that. No.
You probably? Yeah, mine. What's the question exactly?
The problem is finding the media.
Yeah?
Most of the time they say, we only want you in the media when you're successful. That's
Yeah.
crowdfunding.
Yeah,
But
correct.
then for me it's too late because my crowdfunding campaign already ended.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I did not have that problem because we skyrocketed at the first 2 days. So at that point, media came to us. But I can't give you an answer.
Same.
Yeah, same for you. Yeah.
Make sure that the media knows to you.
That would be the best. Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
Before that, you
And you don't have the time.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You don't have
Do
the
you
time.
have a product?
A film, actually.
Okay.
It's an important film. But
Knock on doors, personal doors, because you will never get it.
Yeah.
If you really have a product, if it's a film or a watch or you can show it. And maybe you can show a script or something like that. Or
it's a documentary, so I
oh,
already
you'll
shot-
never
I shot
succeed.
it
No.
already. It's all on a hard disk, staring at me all the time.
But don't you have some shoots already?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I used it also in my campaign.
Why don't ask your journalists to have a look at it first?
Yeah, well, they are just not interested.
Oh.
Really,
It can be in a bar. It doesn't have to be in a working place.
Well,
Yeah.
what you could do is you could phone Martijn Koolhoven. He used to work for Telegraaf. His business now is introducing people to the media. So he is a good network. Martijn Koolhoven.
But don't be shy to invite people to watch your product.
No.
But the funny thing is, last year I had media coverage about this subject, and now I started a media campaign for my crowdfunding, and now they all say, no, we already had you in our show last year. I was
Is your product also available in the Netherlands or just in Germany?
Yes, it's already available. We don't have any resellers yet in the Netherlands, but we already sell to the Netherlands through our direct. Sorry. I don't know how, like IT resellers, like great, wholesalers. It's a multiplication. Yeah, but it's a B2B product, and it needs some explanation. So it needs some time, to be explained, and that's only be made by wholesalers who have the time to actually consult, customers. You have to. In our case, it's a bit different. We said that our baggers were believers. We have a really big vision. We said we want to give the data sovereignty back to the people, and it's like, that's a big vision. And with our products, we can't even fulfill it yet. But this is our goal. We want to give it back 100%. But it's at the moment it's technologically not possible. So, yeah.
Are you going to make good then on your promise?
Yeah. yeah. We're on the way. Yeah.
What's your estimate then? How many years?
Well, I would say. Now I can't. I'm not allowed to say anything, but 5 years.
I'll check back.
Yeah.
What is your next step for sales after finishing this part?
We're currently setting up the channels to retail. So our next step is getting a beam into selected retailers.
So you're going to use retail as well?
Yeah.
Not only direct.
Sorry?
Not only direct sales.
No, exactly. We're going to use retail as well. Yeah.
And why is that? Because it's a unique product.
It is, but of course the coverage of our own network only, I think in the long run isn't going to be enough. You need also the promotional power of retailers to push your product, to sell more quantities. Sorry?
You need your retailer for that.
Also communication, yeah, for the next product. Retail is also important, yeah, for communicating about your product and getting it to market. Okay.
Do you have any final thoughts? Advice? Good
Yeah, for me, if I give one advice, just prepare as much as you can. Make sure you have all the content, your whole roadmap, everything sorted out, your business plan, and everything from A to Z crystal clear. Because you don't want to do it at a loss. You don't want to do that. No.
And show your face.
Last question, what was your largest mistake?
I think in the end we didn't use our backers enough. So the backers are the biggest advocates. They bought your product, they want you to succeed. And we did do a few shout outs asking them to help us and share. But I think we could have done more.
Yeah, you can actually really exploit the people.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sort of modern slavery. Yeah.
They give you all. They actually invest money in you. They want you to be successful. So you actually can also say, yeah, okay, to be successful, I need your network. I need your knowledge. I need your partners, for example. And they really want to help. But I was really surprised that baggers or investors are actually giving. Like we asked 1,000 of our baggers to give 5 addresses where they think our product can be worthy. And I think most of them give us 5 addresses. Otherwise, you have to buy them or like. So it was crazy and very good conversion rate. So.
Can I have your attention?